Yes.
Here. The regular town board meeting, date June 10th, 2013, time 7 p.m. at the Altona Town Hall in Altona, New York. Supervisor Ross called the meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance and the board members present. Supervisor Larry Ross. Council members Jeannie Bushy, Joy Snide, Herbert Tarian, Ronnie LaBarge. Others present, Deputy Supervisor Ellen Montgomery, Highway Superintendent Fred Tarian. Minutes of the regular town board meeting on May 13th, 2013, and a special meeting of May 30th, 2013, meeting were read and accepted. Motion by Joey, seconded by Ronnie. The vote all ayes. Judge Bilo presented his annual report. The report was reviewed by the board. Resolution number 44, the WIC program. Motion by Jeannie, seconded by Ronnie. The motion was adopted. The board approves the donation from Clinton County of $150 for the use of the town hall to provide WIC services to the women and children of the town. The vote all ayes. Resolution number 45, clerk for assessor's office. Motion by Joey, seconded by Ronnie. The motion was adopted. Supervisor Ross will contact Clinton County for the accepted title to use in the advertising for the clerk for the assessor's office. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 46, pay for extra help. Motion by Herb, seconded by Jeannie. The motion is adopted. The board approved the payment to Susan Patno from Shazy for her help in the secretary's office. She will be paid for mileage at 40 cents per mile and an hourly wage, time to be determined by Supervisor Ross. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 47, special workshop. Motion by Jeannie, seconded by Joey. Motion adopted. There will be a workshop scheduled for Thursday, June 13th, 2013 at 7 p.m. The purpose of the meeting is to view the applications for the secretary's position. Vote all ayes. The town received a check from Clinton County in the amount of $8,958.30. This check represents the town's portion of the mortgage tax distribution for the period October 1st, 2013 to March 31st, 2013. Resolution 48, sidewalks. Motion by Joey, seconded by Ronnie. The motion was adopted. Supervisor Ross is authorized to engage A to Z contractor to continue the work on the sidewalk on the Devil's Den Road for approximately 865 feet. Cost not to exceed $1,625. Vote all ayes.
That cost is wrong. Should be 16,000.
Okay. 16,000, 25?
Yeah,
Well,
that was in the budget. Yeah,
okay.
we're looking at
Okay. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 49, purchase side-by-side. Motion by Herb, seconded by Joey. The motion was adopted. Supervisor Ross has contacted area businesses and is authorized to purchase a side-by-side from Roberts and Saranac for Feinberg Park to maintain the fields. Cost not to exceed $5,000. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 50, sand bid. Motion by Joey, seconded by Ronnie. Fred Tarian, Highway Superintendent, is authorized by the board to advertise for 4,000 yards of screened road sand for the 2013-2014 winter season. Bids will be opened at the July 2013 regular town board meeting. Resolution number 51, supervisor's report. Motion by Joey, seconded by Ronnie. Motion adopted. To accept the supervisor's report is presented. Vote all ayes. Resolution number 52, the approval of bills. Motion by Jeannie, seconded by Herb. The motion was adopted. To pay the bills is presented. General Fund, $21,374.25. Highway Fund, $6,765.23. Streetlight District Number 1, $946.05. Streetlight District Number 21, $184.87. Trusted Agency, $242.07. Total, $29,512.47. Vote all ayes. Motion to adjourn by Herb, seconded by Ronnie. Vote all ayes. Respectfully submitted, Material Relation, Town Clerk.
On the correction on that would be 16,000, not to exceed $16,250.
With the correction.
I'll make a motion to approve the correction on that.
I'll second.
And a vote, please. Herb?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Okay, first thing on the agenda is open the bids on the same. That all we have is one.
Just the one.
Spraying sand loaded on town trucks by Beeman, $5.48 on a cubic yard in pit. Sand is less than 10 miles from town. How's that compared to last year, do you know?
Same price.
Same price?
You're lucky I come along. The last 3 years, I saved you a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
So I figured the fuel wasn't about the same, so it stayed about the same.
Bid on the accepting the sand. It sound all right with you, Brad? Need a motion by the board to purchase the
I'll
sand
make a
from Mr.
motion.
Beeman.
A second.
And a vote, please. Larry?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, take care.
Next thing on the agenda, next thing on the agenda was the highway. We got a notice here, or an email from Eric Day about the flooding conditions, and we lost a spot in the road, huh, Fred? What road was that?
Harvey Road.
Harvey. I don't know how much, he hasn't brought in the paperwork yet for Harvey Road, but we'll try to submit that if we can, if we
I
get
got the
it.
figures, all I need is, we get the gravel from, what's called Turnpike there, and you have to send those to us.
Okay. All right, we'll get that in, we'll try to apply for that.
Stuff like that.
It washed out, you had to put in a bigger culvert,
We
right?
put another one in the side now.
So hopefully we got it taken care of now on that. Secondly, with the highway, I got a letter here from Ryan and Lynn McClare from the Barnaby Road, 378 Barnaby Road. And it's, their complaint is that the road is in disrepair, no ditches, no cut and brush. It's a seasonal road, I think, is it a seasonal
Yes.
road?
Yes.
Seasonal road.
Martin Road.
It said the old Blaine Road is what she.
Oh, and it's way up in the back then. Well, we were working on that road, we've been working on it, when we get,
Okay.
we got it all across the beaver pond up there.
Let's see, condition of the dirt road has been mostly terrible since the property formerly by the Ben and Bruce lot that my father Philip Gordon purchased in '59. She got it in 2004. Apparently she says that, no ditches, no
Wasn't ditches in there,
and cutting the
Larry.
brush.
Look at that, we're gonna go up there and fix that road right, we must bring everybody up there for the whole summer, that's all we're gonna do.
Is that where the Parkers up that?
Yeah.
that road there?
Come cut that, and ditch it, ground material in there, use your whole budget up just for gravel.
She goes there, she says on weekends, and she's a type 1 diabetic, and wanted to make sure the ambulance could get through. I'll send this over to you. She's got pictures
I
of,
think he had, do you have
Do you
a
have
copy?
it? Pictures of it and stuff.
No.
Yeah, throw in the pictures.
You want the pictures, send the pictures over, and that's what she
No,
said.
I,
They probably didn't come out in
I've
color.
been working on it a little bit, but it's just.
Well, you got priority, I mean, you got, you can only do so many at a time. I don't know where those were taken, but that's what she has.
She's a
I
road
mean, you
manager.
gotta- In order to put ditches in, you gotta cut that back each side 25 feet. You're gonna be cutting the guide and sugar bush off and everything up there inside the road, you're gonna have to fight, you're gonna put that in there right.
Just passing along what she gave me there.
Sorry, I just, I mean, as far as filling that, I mean, you'd still take quite a bit of material.
That's the trouble, there's no shoulders.
Right. That's why
There's no ditches. You put,
Yeah.
they drive gravel through the years, when it rains, just wash it out down through the woods because.
Yeah. I know it didn't happen overnight, that's for sure. It's just one of those things that,
Yeah, yeah.
how many camps?
you gotta get your main ones first. And,
Yeah.
We've been working way up on the beaver pond and, that all washed out up there.
I saw you working on stop signs on the Berto Road today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get those in?
And we got both of them in, we gotta order one more sign and then we gotta order a piece of cement over there and pull one out. We drilled it with a hammer drill. And I put rerod in the cement box in it.
Okay, so that's coming along. And after that, if you get a minute, you're gonna work on the finishing the sidewalk, you had said, that's what he's working on there too.
Good, I stop sign done, but we got that washout down there, so it's so sweet. We still gotta go back there and pave that back over, we don't have to pave yet.
Oh,
A couple holes, and we put back across the plate.
okay, so you got enough going on. You got anything else you wanna bring up? Number 3 on there is the Brunel Road. I have a letter here from New York State. It says New York State Department of Transportation in conjunction with New York State Police have conducted its evaluation on the town's request for a reduced speed limit on the speed zone on the Brunel Road between the Minor Farm Road South and its dead end. DOT has determined that the lower speed limit at this location is not warranted at this time. We have enclosed a copy of the letter for your reference. They did advise, however, that the most appropriate action for this type of highway is to identify the features along the road that require drivers' attention, reduce speed, and post appropriate warning signs. The County Highway Department is willing to assist the town of Altona in a joint field review of signage along the roadway to evaluate and determine any necessary upgrades to conform to the manual of uniform traffic control devices. If the town is interested in conducting such a review, please contact me and I will request Mr. Alan Miller, Department's sign supervisor, to provide the necessary assistance. So that would be our only thing we can do from here on that. The letter says they had the proper 20 feet and there's, this is a letter from Al Roscoe just stating why. The paved section of Brunel Road is nearly 1 mile long, gentle vertical grades and some minor horizontal curves. Pedestrian activity and vehicle traffic volumes are very light, and the existing 20 plus or minus foot wide pavement section meets the needs of the roadway users. And goes on to say that basically because of that, it doesn't meet the requirements of warranting a lower speed limit. So that's our option at this point. That's something you're interested in, Fred, trying to
Yeah.
get him in there, we'll call. We'll get a hold of him. Okay, number 4 on your agenda is Time Warner. From Time Warner is pleased to have provided cable television service to the town of Altona over the past years. Believe that we have been responsive to meeting the cable television related needs and interests of our customers in your community. Just as importantly, we value the good working relationship we have with the town and its elected officials. As you know, our franchise to provide cable television service will expire September 11th, 2015. Accordingly, Time Warner Cable hereby gives notice that it is seeking renewal of its cable television franchise. And I guess I told you that once before, but times they're still giving us mail. Also from Time Warner, they're changing everything to high definition channels, and we're moving towards higher quality digital only experience to provide better picture and sound from high definition channels, more robust internet speeds. Delivering channels in digital format is one way we continue to improve the quality of our service. Starting about July 23rd, the public educational and government access program will be delivered digital format only and viewable with digital equipment such as Time Warner Cable Business Class Supply digital set-top box, digital adapter, and cable card. If you want to view these channels on the TV without digital equipment, you must request digital adapters and remote controls free of charge through September 23rd, 2013. Beginning January 1st, 2015, each digital adapter will cost 99 cents a month. It's easy for you to order digital adapters. Please call and give a number to speak to a customer care representative. It's 1-877-636-3278.
Excuse me, the board has that in their
Yeah.
folder.
Okay.
I did that for the purpose of everybody else because that'll be on the TV. Office of State Comptroller. We have, and anybody that sat in on the audit, that we had delinquent notices for the closing year-end financial reports. And they're aware of that. We told them that the difficulty we're having, and they said this is automatically generated, so we will be getting them until we're able to close those times out. Number 6, a computer. We needed a computer for the secretary to supervisor's office. That one we couldn't deal with anymore. It kind of crashed on us, so we got a new computer in there. Also, Carol needs a new one for hers, which is ordered on Friday, and that should be here any day now.
The 10th, they're saying.
10?
The emails, 10th.
Okay, so it should be here soon. I talked to Charlie there today because, so he said he'll be back and hook you up. So that's it for computers. We'll now have, we'll have, when she gets hers, the most up-to-date things. There's only one program that in the Secretary Supervisor's office, they have a program that we need to purchase, and I think it's $350 for the most up-to-date program for that system. And I think that'll give us everything we need to march on and try to get some of the stuff cleared up in there. Lights, I've had Mike Brunel working on the lights for the town. He's putting in, he's got the library done, the bathrooms done, the kitchen, working in here. He's got that row mostly done. That row's already done. So we got these down through here and I think a little bit out in the hall to do. So we're gaining on that. We already have the old lights are able to be put up for sale. And we have a list of people interested in them at $10 a piece, bulbs and all, the way they are. So that's what's happening with the lights. In your packet, you should have a resolution to designate the person to receive notice of claim regarding Secretary of State if someone should decide to file a suit. And you have the resolution put before you.
Just for your information, in your town topics. That subject is addressed in there under the town clerk. It's page 5, 6, and 7, which explains what this is all about.
What if, we want to read this and what do we do?
You can do that, or you can, since every member has it, you can simply request a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Okay. And with that, if you make this motion, as the town board hereby directs the town clerk to file the required certificate with the Secretary of State informing him or her of the town's designation and applicable time limitation for filing a notice of claim with the town on or before July 14th, 2013. I have a motion to,
Anybody have any questions about it?
you want to get into it, or you all right?
I'm all right with
Well, it just, what it is, it affects, if someone files a suit, they have to file it with the Secretary of State. They pay a fee through the Secretary of State and, instead of coming directly to the town. And we just tell them who is the person here that gets served.
Yeah, by preparing this resolution, or adopting the resolution, and filing the certificate with the Secretary of State, the Secretary of State, should an individual sue the town, will charge that entity or that individual the sum of $250. Half of that fee will come back to the town.
Joe, is this, because it states, ordinarily they would, speak to the supervisor, the clerk, whatever. Is this with the secretary in addition to, or is this, let me see, is it a notice of claim to the town? Do they have to still notify the town, or just the Secretary of State?
Well, the Secretary of State is, by law, is the agent to accept service of that suit as a designee of the town.
And then they'll.
And by filing this certificate in compliance with this law, the state is rewarding the towns by giving them half of the fee for filing the notice of claim. And they're simply, they will put the individual that we have directed in our resolution, and in the certificate itself, which is the supervisor, Larry Ross, should someone file a notice of claim, the Secretary of State will have been served that notice, and then will forward the notice to the attention of our supervisor.
This I have to send to the Secretary of State in order for this to take place.
So actually, the $250 just starts an action?
That's what
That's
the
all.
Secretary of State
Right.
charges anyone that is filing a notice of claim with the state. And notice of claim is required when you're suing a public corporation with certain matters, certain
Right.
areas of litigation, before a suit can actually be filed.
Okay.
And this became effective on the 15th of June.
We have till the 14th to get it in.
Of July.
July. So I hear a motion on that?
I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution.
Second.
And a vote, please. Ronnie?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Joey? Ronnie? Larry, I'm sorry.
Yes.
You don't get to vote twice, Ronnie.
That's Ellen.
Okay. Youth Commission number 9, they're changing the way they're going to fund the Youth Commission. This section 420 repeals section 412 of the state law for youth development delinquency prevention, recreation and service programs, which will take effect January 1st, 2014. Amendments to the statute will streamline and consolidate youth bureau funding beginning January 1st, 2014. This includes funding for municipalities and youth serving programs. Under these new provisions, localities, cities, towns, and villages will no longer receive designated funding. Instead, localities will be required to apply competitively to the youth bureau for funding of local programs. The Clinton County Youth Bureau will be required to develop and adopt a process to accommodate these changes, and the allocation process will be defined in the county's comprehensive plan, currently known as Child and Family Service Plans. And they're gonna send guidance as they develop the plan. So it's gonna be not just putting it in and getting this amount, you have to compete with everybody else. Concession stand, it is not on your thing. The guy up at the concession stand got a thing from his, a paper from his insurance company. Things they want changed up there. Overgrown trees and shrubs should be trimmed away from the building to reduce physical damage exposure. I don't know, I can't picture what it's like. I can't remember shrubs being around. It must be trees, I don't know. It was noted that there were no parking bumpers. Parking bumpers should be provided along any parking spaces facing the building as we prevent vehicle contact with the building. Do we have any such thing as that, Fred, those bumpers?
I don't think so.
Well, could we use maybe some of those big beams that are up in the fire?
Barriers?
Yeah, just paint them yellow.
Put them up there, yes.
Fire extinguishers should be serviced on an annual basis by a qualified firm and tagged to show date and service and who performed the service. We can get them a new fire extinguisher, that's not a big thing.
They have a bunch of them in the back, they just service.
Okay. Restaurant hood and ducts. The hood and ductwork over the cooking area should be cleaned by a qualified contractor every 6 months to reduce the accumulation of grease, thereby reduce the fire hazard. I never heard of such a thing. Anybody ought to be able to clean something. I think they're overstepping their bounds there. Automatic extinguisher system should be extended to cover the electric range. This will help to provide greater measure of protection for all cooking surfaces in the event of a fire. To me, if you got a fire extinguisher, that ought to do it. Commercial cooking, restaurant automatic fire extinguisher system. A listed automatic fire extinguishing system should be provided to protect the hood, ductwork, and cooking surfaces to help control or extinguish fires. And then a K-class rated fire extinguisher should be provided for a commercial cooking area and should be within 30 feet travel distance from the kitchen. This will improve private protection. I think, some of that we can do fairly easily. The fire extinguisher, the bumper in the front, whatever brush, should be easy enough to take care of. I think we should be able to clean the hood ourselves. They can check if they want. I don't see where you should have to have somebody come in and pay them to clean it.
The other thing is I can put out the fire, it's called the easel system. It's expensive to put in.
Yeah. Well, the other option, we could check our own insurance company and see if they require the same things. I could do that. I think we'll make the things we can do here, and then if that isn't satisfactory, we'll check our own insurance company, see what happens there.
That cleaning of the hood could probably something we wanna put in there, that it be cleaned when the
Prior
person
to,
leaves
yeah.
there, that be part of
Yep.
their contract, if they clean it. Yeah, they're not cheap to have them professionally done. Something of that size, you can do that.
Right. Transfers needed. I need a transfer from account A1430.12, personal services, secretary to supervisor, to account A1220.4, supervisor contractual. And the amount requested is $2,500 as to help transfers being requested for mileage expenses being paid to temporary fill-in as secretary to supervisor. What we're doing is paying mileage to have John work in there to help us out and try to get that split away.
Need a motion on that? Need a motion on that?
Yes.
And a vote, please. Joey?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Jeannie? Larry?
Yes. We had to have the septic tank pumped today. It was clogged. I don't know exactly where. He started to put the snake, he put the snake up there and he hit a snag right off the bat. And he thought there maybe was an elbow right out there that he couldn't go through, so we thought we were gonna have to get someone else. And we kept flushing the toilet and stuff and nothing would come out. And so then he's telling me who to get to fix it, because he didn't have the proper equipment to do it with. And he kept running the snake while he was doing it. All of a sudden it gushed out, so we were lucky it came out. And, it hadn't been pumped and nobody even remembers the last time, so I had him pump it. He was here, he pumped it out, and we're back operational with that. I've got executive session next to discuss litigation, so I need a motion to go in executive session.
I'll make a
Litigation
motion.
involved.
Well, we have 2 lawsuits and also to discuss personnel. If I could speak quick, you want to do it first? Maybe before we go on executive session, would you like to speak, ma'am?
Yes, please, that'd be great. My name is Lori Stacy, I
Lori
called
Stacy.
you.
Yes, you did.
What has become of that, could you tell me?
Yep, I talked to Fred, he knows the truck driver up in there. Nothing legally we can do to keep them out of there because they have a right to the road too. However, Fred, you talked to them and they said they weren't going back in there until.
They're done in there for now, they're gone right now.
Okay, cause, it's dangerous. I mean, I've been driving that road back and forth to work. I work here in town. I've been driving those roads for 17 years. And I followed him one day to work, one afternoon. And the cab of his truck is in the middle of the road in order for the back end of that trailer to stay on the road when he's going around those S-curves on the Elder Bend. And then I've traveled it when he's coming toward the Plank Road. And the back end of that trailer, and I'm on my side of the road, on the edge of the road, and he's almost clipped me. It's just, that road is not big enough for a great big tractor trailer with those S-curves. It's very, very dangerous.
I talked to the troopers involved and they said there wasn't anything legally we could do to keep them off, but Fred talked to him to see, his intentions, and it's too wet in there right now anyway, so he's either gotta wait for it to dry out or to freeze, so you're gonna be
Right.
safe for a little bit until we.
So if my vehicle gets hit by this vehicle, and you all know that that road isn't big enough for both of us,
Well, it's legally big enough, maybe he's going too fast, I don't know.
No.
what it was.
you can't go fast on the Elder Bend Road with a tractor trailer, you know? Also, another thing, did you guys just purchase a new, tractor?
Yeah,
You did?
a couple years ago.
A great big cab tractor
To
for
mow.
mowing the side of the road?
Yes.
Also, that thing, I almost got hit twice today with that thing. That thing, when that's mowing on the side of the road, that thing takes up 3/4 of the road. It's in my lane when I'm going down that road. Because he's got that big arm extension on it, he's gotta go wait in the middle of the road just to get that arm extension to do along the shoulder.
Mhm.
That's a huge machine.
It is. I'm worried about that.
You probably should get some signs mowing, when you mowing, put them on each end.
Yeah.
And also, he's also left sticks and sod in the road. Now, okay, there's a lot of traffic on that road, more than what you guys realize. You got a lot of people going back and forth on that road to Clinton,
Mhm.
and you've got people going to Altona. you know, it gets a lot of traffic.
That big bunch of sod that went from his tractor, somebody was down in there stopped today with a pickup, just before you get to the clearing where the house is, the first
This is
house.
past Bert LaVoy's, this is past Bert LaVoy's old house.
Yeah, they're down in there with a pickup, you can see where they pull all the sod out with the pickup, you look down
Okay.
in there. Somebody's been playing in there with pickups, when they're coming out, they come pulling all the sod and mud out, I seen that today.
Okay, also, another question, are you guys gonna be paving any of that road or the Lash Road anytime soon? Cause where Jim's hauling is toward the Lash Road, that's all tore up. You know, there's great big stones coming through the pavement.
And there's a long list of roads that need to be
Yeah.
paved.
Okay, well, I was just, you know,
You know,
I
he's got
appreciate
them
your
right
time.
out. Sure.
you know, it's just, it's dangerous, you know?
Yep, point well taken, and, you know, we'll continue to look into it. I believe it's the right width though, Fred, is it?
20 feet.
And if I could ban them from there and to make it safer, I would do that, but it's not legal to ask them. Of course, if they hit you, and I hate to see anybody get hit, that's for sure, but I mean, they would have to be responsible for you, I would say, if they.
I talked to him, I just mentioned it to him, always take it easy down through there, and go through there,
I mean, if they went the other way,
straight out.
toward the turnpike, not the plank, there's only two bad curves, one by where the A-frame used to be. Other than that, it's pretty well straight going, and then when you hit the county section of the Elder Bend, it's nice, it's 2 lanes, it's marked with paint. You know, the part toward the plank road is just, it's too many short S curves.
Yeah,
You know, if you can just redirect them, that'd be great, you know?
we can suggest it to him, but I don't think we can make him do it because of the fact that he, you know.
It's
Chuck's
pretty
got
good to
his
get
motor.
along with them.
Yeah, he seems to be easy to get along with, and we can suggest it to him for sure.
Yeah, cause I mean, they're heading toward Route 11 anyway, right, aren't they?
Well, most time you go to Canada, so they might be
Okay.
going up to Chattagay,
Right, cause it's Seaway Timber Harvesting, you know?
they go all over.
So to me, it'd be just, you know, they'd have better road going toward the turnpike than they would hitting the plank.
Yeah, we'll make the suggestion
I
anyway.
appreciate it, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks a
I
lot.
have something.
John?
The issues in the park, that mess you got, I've been after you for going on 4 months now. And I see you started on it. It was actually about a 3-hour project with your town equipment and town crew, you know. And, you know, you get into like near 120 days in it. And the liability for the taxpayer is still there, you know. Children are playing 20, 25 feet away from there. I brought this issue up to all you people, you know, and it's not sinking in. We're gonna be facing a lawsuit if you guys don't step up to the plate and get that cleaned up.
I think we got the piles out of there, all the lumber's out of there,
Well,
now,
if
except
they
for
can
what's sticking.
Everything's lying down, the whole back wall is lying down on the ground. I just went and inspected it.
No, the piles, I'm saying, what I had piled up is gone.
Yeah, those piles, half the wall, it's all lying down on the ground.
It is.
And I don't know why you don't wanna just get it done quick, you know, get the guys together and get it cleaned up. It's risky for the children, all the children out there, grandkids, nieces, nephews. Why don't you wanna get it cleaned up in a split heartbeat?
I'd like to have it cleaned up.
Fred, do you have some tape maybe that we could caution
Well, we ordered
tape
some tape
around
today,
there
we never got
till we
number
can
on
get it
that
done?
tomorrow, maybe we ordered some today.
Well,
Maybe we could do that until we can
Take
get
it
it
off till
done.
we get to it.
and and secondly, those stop signs, I've been at, I know you guys you're busy now, but you weren't very busy back when I was really complaining heavy duty about it, you know? It was only a drill bit to go down there, buzz them right out and send them in there, you know? Things need to be speeded up around here.
John, do you have anything new? Is this,
Not right now, but I'm looking around.
okay.
But I'd like to see you guys get on it, you know, get it done. You won't, as I stated before, I won't be here running my mouth. I'm a taxpayer, I don't wanna be sued. I think we got some lawsuits going now, we don't need any more, you know?
Point
There's
well
always a possibility of another one.
Okay, thank you, John.
Make a
Yes, sir.
motion to go into executive session?
Yeah.
Can I just say something real quick?
Oh, sure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sitting here listening to all of this, and being a wife of a council member, all you hear is complaints. That's all people do. They can meet you on the road, do they say hi, thank you for the good job you're doing? No. All they do is give you complaints and complaints. So I just want to thank all of you for all the good job that you're doing. And, you know, when you get the phone calls, when you get the stop-bys, you know, take it all in stride because you are all doing a really good job.
Thank you. Did anybody else have anything? Yeah, Jim, do you have anything? Okay, we're gonna go into executive session. I got a motion on the floor.
Yes.
Second.
Did you, yeah?
Second.
Okay, and a vote, please. Herb?
Yes.
Jeannie? Yes. Larry?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Ronnie?
We'll be back.
And the second?
I'll second it. You got it, Ronnie?
Oh, Ronnie.
Yep.
And a vote, please. Larry?
Yes.
Jeannie? Yes. Herb?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
And there's our thing, so next on the agenda, I think we covered everything now, we'll pay the bills, right?
Well, yeah, the supervisor's report.
I'll make a motion to accept that. I'll second it.
And a vote, please. Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Jeannie? Yes. Larry?
Yes.
Now the bills.
Motion
I'll
paid.
make a motion to pay the bills as presented.
Second.
And on the vote, please. Herb?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Jeannie?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes, you'll find there's two to pay, to sign, because there were,
Okay.
we paid some ahead of time that were interest bearing and unpaid. And it lists at the top which ones are paid, which ones are unpaid.
Okay.
There's another one coming.
And motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn. I'll second it.
And a vote, please. Jeannie?
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Ronnie?
Yes.
Joey?
Yes.
Okay, folks, thanks for coming.
That's it.